Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Walkie Mandu, and I'm back here with the Z again. And I gotta tell you, I ended up taking it to a car meet by Imperial Dynasty. I'd like to go ahead and thank Darren and Darren and Imperial Dynasty for holding the meet, and I'd also like to thank Tega G for coming out and bringing out the Integra. It was pretty awesome. The turnout was great. I drove the Z there, and I love this thing. It drives nice. I really hate to sell it, but it's got to go. But other than that, I got to tell you, when I pulled it back into the shop, there was a little bit of steam coming from under the hood, and I ended up finding that down in there. It's a little wet. It was steam a little bit. It had kicked out a little bit of coolant, and the overflow tank is totally full. Yeah, it kind of sucks. So it appears that there's going to be no more procrastinating on this thing. Looks like I'm going to have to do the timing belt, the water pump, thermostat, do the hoses, flush it, and I'm really just hoping that fixes it, which I think it will. There was no mixing of any fluids or anything. You can see the dipstick is absolutely clean with clean oil. So I'm not seeing any blown head gasket issues. So I'm just gonna hope that that's the case. There's still a few other little bugs going on right here, like this turn signal right here. Turn signal's not working. Only one hazard works. I did put a new bulb in there, and it lights up when you turn on the lights, but it doesn't blink when you hit the blinker. So I'm thinking maybe some kind of fuse issue or something like that. I don't think it's a wiring issue. I just think it's a fuse. So I'm going to start with like the little stuff like that, and I'm going to see what I can come up with. I'm going to check some of these fuses and see what we got going on there. I still think there may be a power draw somewhere, so that's why I have the battery disconnected there. And yeah, I've just been procrastinating. I've been kind of just like not prepared, not mentally prepared to do the job of the timing belt. But it looks like I'm gonna have to do it. Looks like it's gonna have to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of searching around for this possible fuse situation for this blinker. I'm gonna go ahead and put the thing up on some jack stands. I don't think I'll move it out of its spot. I'll probably just work right here since the nose is poking out. And yeah, and if I do need room, I'll go ahead and just move Pedro. But yeah, that's what's gonna have to happen today. I do got a bunch of cars like that's just kind of lined up to come get worked on, and you know, it's just been kind of a little bit of a challenge. I just got back from Florida. I forgot to tell you that. It was great. It was great seeing my family again, and it was just such a great, refreshing feeling to see your family again after so long. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and just start on this thing, and I'll go ahead and bring you along the way. I'll just go ahead and give you updates on what I possibly found and things like that. So let me go ahead and get started. Enough of the chit chat. I'll be back. A little bit of exploring here. What I ended up finding is there was a couple of the fuses that weren't right, but nothing pertaining to the lights. But then when I kept trying to bring my light up and down, this one on this side, it kept getting stuck. You know why? Because this rod was stuck down in here, just like that. And it wouldn't allow the light to shut down all the way. It must have got shifted around. It must have got shifted around while I was driving, so that's why it went down before and didn't go down now. But that is the goddamnedest thing, to have this thing. It's just a piece of like iron piping for like some construction stuff. It is, I'd be damned. I also found this thing in here for some god-awful reason. And I found a nail in there, right under the light. Why? I have no goddamn idea. So let's see if this light will actually do what it's supposed to do now. You know, I'm just like running into stuff as I'm trying other things. So now the light goes all the way down. Let's see if both lights actually work now, like they're supposed to. Well, the one still comes up, the other one still stays down. I have to override them to bring them both up.
Lights are on.
But that's all right. At least that's fixed. I'm still gonna have to figure out this the signal. I'm thinking that maybe it's the passenger side indicator. So I'm gonna check that bulb too, just in case. All right, so I'll be back. All right, guys. So I found one of the culprits here. This is the turn signal on the passenger side that wasn't working, and as I fiddled around with this thing, the light, actually started blinking. So this little contraption here, either I can take it apart and mess with the wires and see if I can't get the connection right, or I can probably steal one off the white Z, which might be the way to go. But yeah. But it does work. It's this wiring in here. It's this piece here that's the problem. I am supposed to be going to the junkyard on Saturday, so I might just pick one up. But I don't think so. I don't have to spend the money, because I think I can just take this one off of the white one and just kind of be done with it. All right. So yeah, it looks like that's what I'm about to do. Steal it off the white one and be done with this thing. And I'll put it in here, and we should have some good blinkers. Okay, guys, so I wound up changing the other sorry. Yeah. So guys, I ended up changing the other light, and I ended up stealing the one off the white Z, and look at that. It worked. Both of them worked. I guess the little components on the other one were just kind of bad. But yeah. You got blinkies. We got blinkies. So we're good. I'm going to throw that thing back together like it should be. And I guess I'm in good shape there. Now, all right, time to stop procrastinating. I gotta do this thing. All right. Well, guys, after like a lot of procrastinating, I've been just like sitting here staring at the car and doing all, and I'm just trying to pump myself up to do this job. But I finally got started. As you can see, I went ahead and put the car up on jack stands. I put the guard flap down. So I went ahead and took the fan shroud off. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the fan. It's on there pretty good, so I'm gonna probably have to use 2 wrenches, hold one, and then the other, and then just crank on the other side. And I guess phase 1 is kind of underway. So I'm just gonna try to get this thing broken down. I haven't decided if I'm gonna replace the seals yet. Actually, if they look good and I don't see any signs of leakage or anything, I'm probably not gonna replace them. I don't know yet. We're gonna see. The kit that I got was very minimal. It was just the timing belt, water pump, and then I bought a thermostat separately. I didn't get the whole shebang, under the assumption that it was done at the 60,000 mile mark. So I don't know. I'm gonna just work through it. I'm probably just gonna tear the thing down. If anything doesn't look right, then I'll go ahead and just replace it as I go along. I'm gonna get it all torn down to where it needs to be first, and then I'll look at the components and decide whether they should be replaced or not. So that's the plan. So that's where I'm gonna go with this thing. So yeah, here we go. guys. I know that time lapse was just a little bit weak, but I had some problems with the power steering pump. It just wouldn't move. I finally got it to move enough where I can get the belt off, and then I ended up taking that front pulley for the crank off that holds on the power steering belt. I also managed to take off the AC belt. There's some other stuff in there, but yeah, we're getting down to some stuff here. And would you look at that? My cat likes being on top of the Jeep. Don't even remember how he did that, but he's coming off now. He thinks he's in trouble. But yeah, we're getting down to it. Next thing is I'm gonna remove this bracket here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and remove, well, you know what, I'm gonna go and remove this belt here. See if you guys can see that. There you go. I'm gonna remove this belt right here. That's the next one to move. And then I'm gonna take this plate off here with this pulley and everything. Might replace that pulley. And I'm gonna start removing a lot of these hoses and stuff like that. I'm getting down to it, but that's about it for now. I'm gonna keep it moving. Yeah. Hey guys, we got Techie G in the house. So he's just over here basically for he's for moral support and all the help that I can get, and he is proficient in vehicles, and I greatly appreciate any of his input. Now this thing's kind of a pain in the ass, and as you can see from the time lapse, that I've been kind of just working on getting this belt loose. There's an adjuster down here, and then I loosen this up here, so it should swing. But I think it actually goes off this adjuster down here. So I'm going to just kind of mess with this thing till I get off. I mean, I could just pull off by pulling the pulley off, but I don't really want to cheat right now because the idea is to be able to tighten the bastard back up when I put it back on. So I want to make sure that I get the adjuster part of it correct. And then we'll start pulling the belt. That'll be the last belt. And then right after that, I'm going to go ahead and start draining all this coolant out. So I'll be back. Alright guys, with Techie G on the scene right now, what we're going to do is we are going to take a few shots of the Integra. Probably just do a slight little romp around in there, get that on the GoPro. And then if you want to see the actual pics that we're taking, I'm using my Canon camera here. And it's actually my wife's camera, but I'm going to use it and see how well the shots come out, because I'm pretty sure it's better than what my cell phone can do. And I'm going to post those pics up on Instagram, and you guys can check that out. So there you go. Well, I think it has. All right, so we're riding around in the Integra right now. Hey, look at that shine on that thing. Oh yeah. Now I tell you, this thing is slammed, but it is a great feeling car. Rides like it's on rails, and that's how I got the name for it, which is the roller coaster. So yeah, so what we're just doing, we're just heading down to the spot down here, and we are gonna take some little snapshots around here. Yes, we're doing that right in the middle of a belt change, because honestly I didn't want to do the belt change that much anyway, so it's okay. So we're gonna do some stuff and some things, and you can pull up and we're gonna see how this thing works out. All right. All right, guys, so we just finished this up, and you can see, barely see, the Integra. You know, it's low light, it's horrible on this camera. But hey, we had a good time. Gonna get back to the shop. Probably just close it up. I'll probably finish up doing what I'm doing tomorrow. And I'll talk to you guys later. Wrench Trench out.
Peace.
All right, guys, I kind of lied to you a little bit. I thought we were gonna close up shop, but actually we didn't. So what we ended up doing is started flushing. I'm gonna show you how far we've gotten. But you can see down in here, we've gotten to, turn on the light for you. So in here, you see we've gotten down to, we got all the belts off, and we got the thermostat off, and we started backflowing some stuff, and it was pretty nasty in there. I still have to go way back here, and there's a whole massive amount of crap in here that I gotta remove to get to the heater core hose, which I want to flush out the heater core because I'm thinking that my clog may be there. I felt like it started doing that after I cut the heater on, and the heater did seem to get warm, but you never know. So I just want to make sure I can flush that out. The radiator had a lot of gunk in there, but we flushed it out to where the water was getting pretty clear, so that's good. I don't think there's anything wrong with the radiator. I can just keep going on with the original. But I'm gonna hang it up here tonight. Oh, and just to show you guys, this is what came out of this car. Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting, right? Yeah, because that's what came out of here. It's like 30-year-old crap. And so all that new coolant that I put in there really didn't do jack because it was just still mixing in there with some nasty stuff. But we got our pictures out the way. Techie G was nice enough to hang out. And thank you guys for watching. Until tomorrow, Wrench Trench out.